to BizStart.Live. I am Jennifer Hawk, and I am an investor in early stage seed and pre-seed. I'm going to give people a second to log on and see where we go from here. That's the odd thing about you now is you can't log on until I go live. So I'm going to give people just a few seconds to join us. And if you are, I'm seeing that the numbers are going up very quickly, so people are coming on. That's great. We floated by sort of an informal pool. Lo says hi, Lo. Yesterday, this idea of the name BizStartLive, people liked it, so we're going to roll with that for now. Needed to find a name for our sessions, and so that's what we're calling it, BizStartLive. If you would like to pitch, now we have a place for you to send those pitch decks and executive summaries. You can shoot them over pitch at BizStartLive.com. So again, that's pitch at BizStartLive.com. I'll put it in the comments as well if you'd like to pitch either an established startup and you have an executive summary or pitch deck, you can shoot that over. If it's just an idea that you'd like to float by the audience, then go ahead and send a summary of that to me as well. For the schedule, if you weren't with us last night, we'll review the schedule. For next week, we'll be doing Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 8 p.m., 3 p.m., and 10 a.m. We will try to keep a consistent schedule that spans across time zones for people logging in around the world. In fact, in the comments, tell us where you are viewing from today. We can see where everyone is coming in from. The format for today's show and going forward. 10 to 14 minutes per startup with a minute transition. The first 4 minutes or so will be your pitch. So you'll have 2 to 4 minutes for your pitch. When you get to about minute 3, if it feels like it's going to run long, I'll give you the 1 minute sign. I'll wave 1 minute finger so that you will know that you should be starting to wrap up your time. And we'll have a Q&A for about 5 to 7 minutes. And that Q&A will be directed toward everyone, our guest investor, myself, and the audience. So please feel free to ask the audience questions, or the audience feel free to ask questions as well. The last part will be about 2 to 3 minutes for the entrepreneurs to ask us questions. It's a great time to poll the audience. If you need feedback on a particular feature, something that you want to, anything really that you want to get feedback on. And then the last question should be a question for our guest investor. If you have a burning question that you really want answered by an experienced investor, then ask that at that time. After all the pitches, we'll bring back our guest investor and he will answer all of the questions that were posed as well as give his feedback on each of the startups. So that is about the format. If at any time while you are a guest, you lose your audio or your visual, do not panic. Just continue in the chat stream. I will do my best to read off the Q's and the A's so that those are captured for the video. When the video is saved, the chat stream is not saved. So I will do my best to read those off and we can continue our discussion in the chat stream. It is a good reminder that while this is live, it is not TV. It's slow and it's clunky and there are glitches, but really, can we complain? I mean, think about this for just a moment. We are talking with each other in real time around the world while hundreds of people are participating in the discussion on devices that fit in our pocket. So I think that merits a little bit of patience and let's just have some fun with it. Oh, one last thing. Yesterday I said I thought it would be fun to introduce some sort of prize element to the pitches because they are pitches and they generally are competitions, even though this is camaraderie. I thought it might be kind of fun. So I've come up with something I think is really good. Stick around. I'm going to announce that at the end of today's sessions. So with that, before I bring on our guest investor today, who is Lo Toney of GV, Bubblo, CookMood, and Even will be presenting. So guys, get ready. We will not go in any particular order. We found that it's actually faster to just let you raise your hand. And if I can find you in the chat stream, it makes it much easier for me to be able to guest you quickly. So when we get ready to bring someone on, just leave a comment. I'll be able to find you in the chat stream and guest you very quickly that way. So with that, I would like to introduce Lo Toney, and I'm going to come on over here to my other screen so that I can log in myself. Apologies again for the delay. Lo, I am guesting you now. And Lo's going to tell us a little bit about himself as well as GV. He gave a little bit of an introduction last night, but go ahead, Lo, and don't worry about repeating yourself because I think we have a whole new audience today.
Okay,
Welcome.
great. Thanks for having me on. And can you hear me okay is the first question.
I can hear you great and see you just fine.
Perfect.
If everyone else could comment in the chat stream as to whether or not they can hear and see, that would be great.
Awesome. I'm seeing sounds good and yes. Okay. So thank you, Laura. I like to hope I look good at least. So I am a partner at GV, which is formerly known as Google Ventures. We are the venture capital unit for Alphabet, which is the holding company for Google and the other operating companies like Nest and Verily. We have a portfolio of about 300 companies, $2.5 billion in assets under management, and we are agnostic with regard to stage, although most of our deals tend to be Series A and later. Our average check size is 5 to 7. We have an ROI-focused approach, so we don't invest for strategic reasons. We don't invest against the roadmap or future direction of Google or any of the other alphabet companies. We invest to make money, just like any other standalone VC. And we are generalists, although if you look at the distribution of our investments over the past 24 months, about a third of our dollars have gone into life sciences. So that would include therapeutics, diagnostics, data, automation for processes, enterprise, including security mainly, done a lot in the container space as well. And then on the consumer side, a lot of things in mobile, marketplaces, and things of that nature. So about a third life sciences, a third enterprise, and a third consumer. My background and focus is around consumer, internet, web. I've worked at places like Zynga, Nike, eBay, and functionally done everything from being a hired gun CEO to product management.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. And I know the entrepreneurs are anxious to get your opinions on their startups. So with
Cool.
that, I am going to flip it over to them. Thank you. We'll be hearing from you in the chat stream and at the end. All right. So I see Shashank first here. Are you ready to go, Shashank, for Bubblo? I'm just going to put you on. Yay. He says yes. Okay, good. Ready or not, here you come. All right, we are guesting. It is inviting. And it is connecting. Hello, welcome.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Great. And where are you joining us from today?
I'm still in St. Louis, Missouri, but
right.
We are London-based, yeah.
Very good. Well, welcome.
Great.
I'll let you go ahead and start anytime you're ready.
Awesome. So, Bubblo, I'm the founder and CEO of Bubblo. Bubblo is a discovery app and marketing platform. We aggregate check-ins and reviews from all the social networks, and we rank bars, clubs, and restaurants based on check-ins, reviews, ratings, Facebook likes, Twitter followers, Instagram posts, and ratings from all the review sites. And we rank bars, clubs, and restaurants by this and combine it with users' preferences to show them the top 5 places to go out. They can users can basically filter by whatever they want. So as I can show you right now, this is our login page. Users can choose any of the filters. I'll do restaurants right now. And you can choose by Italian or Mexican food. You can even put in the gender ratio right there. Basically, the gender allows you to choose whatever you want, the top 5 places you want, and specify whether you want an Italian or Mexican place that has more girls at it. Or you can even choose jazz bars, Mexican restaurants, whatever you want. And the idea is where we differ from a lot of discovery apps is that we go with the BuzzFeed phenomenon of just show me the top 5. We don't want to see a lot of pins, a lot of lists. We're doing something a bit different. We're allowing people to, explore their city, feel like they're actually exploring it. And the way we do that is through our bubble system. So once you've put in your preferences, this is London. I scrolled over to London. And as you can see, there's bubbles. The top 5 bubbles near you is where we're going for. You can move around, you can zoom in, zoom out, and the top 5 that you've chosen keep popping up. Once you've actually decided on one, you can click on it. I'm going to click on a pizza place called Home Slice. And if you can see, we are a much more interactive experience than a lot of our competitors. There's video, real-time video, the gender ratio, Twitter and Instagram feeds, Google reviews, Foursquare reviews. If we were in London, it would show you how much it costs to take an Uber there. You can book it through there. And so the idea is to let you see and hear how a place is before you ever step foot inside. Now that's the consumer side. On the business side, what we're doing is we're transforming the way brick and mortar businesses advertise to their customers. We have spoken with a lot of these businesses, and they face dual problems currently with current discovery tools, which is, one, they can't effectively emphasize their creativity when advertising to their customers. They can't directly reach out to them. They can't send a message that expresses their drive and their excitement for their company. And 2, they aren't able to actually check the true conversion rates of whatever ads they do invest in. Bubblo solves this through our marketing platform. It's our first revenue stream. Bubblo allows bars, clubs, and restaurants to send deals, videos, and video deals in real time to users in the area. So basically, we're trying to be the Facebook ads for brick and mortar businesses. They can bid on a particular type of user they want. So a jazz bar can say they want a 25-year-old male in a 2-mile radius who loves jazz, and send them a video of the jazz that's playing, or maybe the food at the restaurant, or say, hey, these 2 drinks are half off. And basically, that's putting creativity back in their hands to make a video in real time to entice users to come, as opposed to a black and white banner ad on top of some of our bigger competitors. Now, where we go above and beyond these competitors is that we allow them to check the conversion rates. Yeah.
So we're experiencing our glitches here. You're cutting out a tiny bit here for the viewers. Correct me if I'm not.
Yeah. You're breaking up for me.
Yep. So what we're going to do is we're going to rehash some of this.
Yeah.
In this way a little bit, if we can pick up a better connection. This is all part of the live experience, and this is amazing. But one of the differentiations is being able to going on in the clubs at the time that it's happening at the bars and the clubs, not just from news, but actually what's happening real time. And that allows the advertisers to also target people with interest at that moment. Is that correct?
Yes. They can choose how far, the radius, the type of user. Yeah.
Perfect. So if we do lose discussion in the chat stream,
I can't hear her.
Does anyone have an for Shawshank with regard to Lo and his app? A question here, and of course my chat just went away. Now, how do you get a problem in order to get enough data to be meaningful?
Sure. So what we're doing is, yeah. What we're doing is we've built databases currently in London, Dubai, Bangalore, Bombay, and Hyderabad right now. And what we've done is we've relied on a lot of APIs, including Google's. Yes, Jennifer? So, hello? Okay, you can hear me fine. All right.
Okay.
So what we do is basically we get the data from a whole host of APIs, including Google, Foursquare, Loku, TripAdvisor, Zomato in India and the Middle East, and then Facebook is huge. Facebook, Twitter are very helpful for us, and we aggregate as much data as possible. We work with a couple local partners, depending on the city, and basically we take that data, we match it up with all the other APIs to make sure the information is as accurate as possible. So.
Okay, it looks like everyone's able to hear you fine, so that's good. So I will be working on that issue. They're talking about aggregating. How do you get the private information?
Yeah.
Which is actually
yeah.
A good question.
Natalie's question. Basically, we take user data. I mean, the gender and stuff are available in a lot of cases in terms of Foursquare and to some extent a bit of Facebook. But the way we actually calculate it is based on our own algorithms. Say that there's a couple of check-ins at a place. We have done extensive studies in terms of what are the ratios at a bar at different times, different time periods, and different days. And we apply some of those algorithms to analyze blank check-in data for the gender ratio. But we also have our own input system. Our own app has automatic anonymous check-ins. That I mentioned that in the marketing platform section. But then we also have the ability to, a user can go to a restaurant and just say, oh, I think that there's more guys than girls here. They can input that right in, and then they actually get points for that. It's one of our reward schemes. But, that is weighted even more heavily in our system. So there's a bit of proprietary data as well for the gender ratio.
Okay. Awesome. So Shashank can answer them over the course of the hour. Shashank, do you have any audience that you'd like to ask them?
Yeah, sure. I guess if any of you guys have you seen any apps like this, and what I guess problems do you guys face when trying to go out? There's a lot of discovery apps around in different cities. We're in multiple different continents or regions actually. We don't have too much heavy competition in some of those regions, but I was wondering what kind of problems you guys have faced and what apps you've been using trying to solve that in the discovery space.
Okay, so the parts of it that I heard is what apps are you using now? So maybe lead with where you are, what region you're in, state if you're in the U.S., country you are outside of the U.S., and tell us what apps you're using or what information you are pulling from when trying to decide this. I'll put it in the chat stream as well.
Open table with Yelp and local reviews. Yeah. Go to a different city, local cool places. Do you have any filter to point me in the local places? Yes, of course. So I think what we do great, to answer both of you in the last two comments, is we integrate the ability to actually book a table in our app. Yelp reviews are there, TripAdvisor reviews are there, Google reviews are there, Foursquare reviews are there. So whatever local ones are there are available. We have them. And we have the filters. You can put in any filter you want. We're soon adding celebrity filters to actually let you see what celebrities recommend or your friends recommend, along with your other filters. So,
Right. So we're talking over each other. I apologize. Lo was just bringing up that it's hard to find
exactly
spots.
Yeah, it tends to skew towards yeah, I mean, I completely agree with that. I mean, the problem we saw was that first of all, Yelp aggregates an entire region, or like a city, or maybe a whole section of a city, and the problem is you tend to see you end up just clicking on the top one anyways. You're not going to go through lists and lists and lists. And that's one of the things we wanted to do with this. I mean, if you're zoomed in on a particular area and you have your own custom filters on, you're going to find something different. You're going to find something and you're going to discover something. As you move around the map, the bubbles keep popping up. So the point is you're going to find stuff that aren't necessarily at the top of the list. And if you go there, you're going to help them out. As well as on the business side, these businesses are able to promote themselves more effectively too. They're not just one banner along with everyone else. They're expressing their creativity and bidding to advertise specifically to you, like in Facebook ads. But yes, I really hate Yelp. Everyone's saying Yelp, but they don't like to use it. That's one of the starting points. We analyze Yelp very, very heavily before trying to beat it.
Yeah. So the conversation is alive in the chat stream. People experience this problem, and it sounds like you're fulfilling a need. I know that you currently are in London. Quickly, and then ask your one last burning question for our guest investor, and then I'm going to turn it over to the next team.
Sure.
So where are you next? And your last question.
Sure. So we're launching in Bombay and Dubai over the next 2-3 months, and that's through huge partnerships in the region with the largest Uber alternative in the Middle East, largest Ministry of Tourism there, Saudi Aramco, a couple of big investors and partners, as well as in India with the Times Group of India, which is the largest media conglomerate there, and Cox & Kings, which is one of the largest tourism companies in the world. These are all huge strategic investors and partners, and they're helping us scale out really quickly in these two regions. So my last burning question for the investor is probably, what kind of investments does Google Ventures make? I mean, I'm sure they're presented with any possibility across multiple disciplines. What does a company need to get to even strike their interest? He mentioned biosciences a little bit. That's definitely not what we're doing. I guess it's more geared towards the consumer side, which is heavily competitive, especially in the app world. I'm just curious, is it just like 7 million users, very rapid growth, something ambivalent like that, or what do you look for someone like GV?
Perfect. So,
awesome.
Starting to answer the question too, and so he heard you tonight.
Yeah.
And he'll recap that as well at the end. If you want to type out your questions for the audience who can't hear, type out that question so others have it as well.
Sure.
And hear more about it at the end. Much, Shank. We appreciate you.
Great. Thanks a lot, guys.
Telling us about Bubblo here in the U.S.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. In the process of turning over Shawshank for the moment, and we'll go to the next. Is either CookMood or Even in the house, and who from the team wants to participate? So raise your hand in the chat stream, and I will. All right, here we go. CookMood is on the way. They are up. It looks like your connection is too slow to connect right now for CookMood. So if you can check on your connection, and we will try. I'll try it one more time. Yep, CookMood, if you could please go to the audience tab and make sure that you show up there. If you don't show up there, that means you've lost connection. The interesting thing about you now is you can watch without being logged in. So you might not necessarily know that you've dropped your connection. Anyone around the world can log in, and we won't know that they're watching unless they happen to log in. So it could be that you've dropped. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and try even right now, and we will move right along. We'll try this one again. All right, I am going to use the other application here. I apologize for the delay. All right, you're not showing in, we're not showing here in the connection. So we're all having a little bit of connection issues, it looks like. The fun part of live entertainment. Interesting that this is probably the worst connection issues we've had so far. We are going to learn how to deal with this. Here we go. I'm able to get CookMood on now. It is inviting, connecting. There, way. Awesome. Welcome. The anticipation is amazing. So, can you hear? We're not hearing you. I'm new. My yes, can you? Yeah, aren't hearing you at all. All right. Hear you. Yep. Let's try the other company, Skype, or something. Move around in your location, maybe get a stronger connection, and we'll come back to you right away. All right, is even. Who is present? This is the other thing. If I don't know your company name in your username, it's harder for me to find. Okay, great. Here we go. Oh, goodness gracious. Wednesday afternoons are going to be interesting. Bubblo, you're not showing in the audience. It means that your connection is, here we go. Never mind. I stand, it's fixed. Okay, and it looks like CookMood figured it out as well. We're inviting Even now. It's taking a moment to connect. It's still trying to connect with you. It said it didn't have a signal, or it didn't get a response from you, Pavel. So we're going to try doing that one more time. Looks like CookMood has figured out their issue. Pavel, you're having difficulties right now also with the speed. I'm going to try it one more time. It's inviting you. You should be getting an alert on your screen if you can hear me. All right, it looks like it's not going to connect. All right, it says there's no response from the Even team, so please check your connection, and I'm going to try doing CookMood one more time. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. We'll figure it out. All right, let's see if we can hear you this time. I still have no audio. Can you say something? Okay, so we have a couple of choices. If you'd like, you can put it and I can be the voice for you. Or you can do troubleshoot and I can try to bring on somebody else. What would you like to do? Would you like to 1 finger for chat in the chat stream, 2 fingers for trying to work on the mic some more? Okay, he's going to try another platform. This is a learning experience for all of us. You know, what can we say? Like we talked about at the very, very beginning, this is live, but not really TV. We are connecting from all around the world, which is an amazing thing. Just doesn't work all the time. So we're going to keep going and we'll figure out how to get one of the other startups on. All right. So I am going to let anyone who would like to pitch at this time pitch. Remember I said if there were no shows or glitches, this would happen. So that is our backup plan. So I'm going to try the 2 that we had scanned. If you want to pitch again or pitch another startup, we'll pull someone else from the audience so that we can make the best use of our investors' time and our audience's time. So we will move right along here. I'm going to try Even. Okay, Vladimir, it looks like you're actually getting a great connection, which is good. It's inviting. It is inviting at the regular slow speed. But it did not connect. Oh, goodness. Let's hope this is the record for glitches on day 2.
Hi, Jennifer. You hear me?
Yes. Hello.
Yes,
welcome.
it's cool.
I
Hi.
can hear you and see
Glad
you.
to see you. Oh, it's okay.
Good to see you.
So, I want to present you our project, and it is named Evin. Evin, it is the first international marketplace with standard platform. So, if you want to organize some event, birthday party, wedding, or some business meeting, you can
make it with our project. So our team had cool background in international business. We worked with event business of nearly 10 years, organized a lot of different parties, concerts and business meetings all over the world, and we find one same problem in all countries. When the customer want to find and to create some party, personal party, like I don't know, birthday day of his children, he spent nearly 2 weeks for searching a lot of information, call to offline agencies, searching Google, and try to find something by his criteria. Our service decides this problem, and if you want to find something special, something interesting for you, maybe by your criteria, very fast you can put all information and find all kind of services for your event of nearly 2 or 3 minutes. Also, it is a very cool opportunity for B2B market, because if you want to organize some event in other country and you don't have ideas how to do it, and you don't have any connections and agencies, you can search information in our website Evin, and to file all information, all services with 2 prices, and our best solution, it is the tender platform. So you personal can create your tender offer for all providers. You can create all criteria and your budget that you have, and all providers that fit your criteria will got a message with job offer and to answer you and make your party with you together in all over the world. So that's all.
Great. So explain again for people who had headphones cutting out.
Can you repeat, please, because it's very bad connection.
All right. Vladimir?
Yes, I'm here, yeah.
We're not hearing you right now. Thank you for helping. If you could just repeat it in one sentence.
Yeah.
I'm going to type that as well. Actually, that's really helpful. For those of you who type what I'm saying, that I can speak, and you can, it's really helpful though. Yeah, just in one sentence, what Evin is doing, because I think
it is the marketplace. It is the marketplace with tender platform. So it is a big marketplace with all kinds of service providers for event organization and application with a tender platform. Do you hear me?
So it's for us, right? So it's a platform to help you events and connect with vendors.
Yes, it's for global events. If you want to create something or book something and find it by your criteria, you can use our project.
Okay, great. And it looks like people are able to hear you just fine. So that's awesome. A marketplace for organizations. And I'm going
yes, so you want to find wedding MC in New York City who know 3 languages, and he's of nearly 30 or 40 years old and have some media background. And you have a price like from $2,000 till $3,000 for his work. You can put all this information about his languages, his do you hear me? About his languages, about his location, his background, and find all proposition by your criteria. Yes, we are from Collision. Hi guys.
Okay, great. I've lost Mike Vladimir. So hopefully you're seeing the chat stream and you can answer the questions.
Yes,
Lo was asking if you could share the metrics.
Yes. So now we don't have metrics because we came and incorporate in US market, and we just started make our database. We have a strong marketing and strategy. We know how to get our database. Also, we have a lot of people who worked with us, like a lot of dancers, musicians, and different places like restaurants and other locations. And now we just started our database, and yes, I hope I answered on your questions. Our competitors, yes, we have some competitors. It is Geekseller and also CookMood, but CookMood work only with evinyc in evinyc market, and maybe Yelp also. How will you generate?
And Lo is now how you'll generate demand.
Do you hear me? Some problem with connection. Just a moment. Just a moment, guys. Okay, can you? Yeah. Oh, okay. So next question. How will we generate demand? First of all, it is a cool opportunity for young or some talented people who just started their career, because all our service providers all will have job offers, potential job offers in their mobile application. It's very cool. It's very cool, and it decides a lot of problems for service providers. Our second strategy, it is a strategy for our customers, because we will take a very small fee. For example, offline agency take from 20% and more. We will take of nearly 3-5% fee. Also, we will give true price with our service providers. It's a really big plus. And also tender platform, when you can find somebody who some best proposition in the market for lowest price. And also our virus marketing. What about market? I can tell you information about US market. US market, it generates of nearly $1 trillion in direct, and direct of nearly $6 billion. So direct market on event organization is $6 million, and indirect of nearly $1 trillion. Also, it of nearly 9 million providers, service providers only in US market.
So now I wanted to give you a couple of moments questions. Is there something
yes,
you would
yes,
like
sure.
to poll the audience?
Yes, sure. I want to ask you, have you ever organized some event, your personal event in other country? And if you don't, have you ever wanted to organize something? For example, the wedding in New York cost of nearly $50,000, and even can propose to organize the same party on some islands in Indian Ocean, like an example. Will it interest for you or no?
All right. If you can hear me right now, Vladimir, take the time to type out your question in the chat. I'm not sure if people can hear or I'm losing you, but that's okay. We're going to make sure you making sure your questions get answered in the chat stream, and we'll I'll go ahead and post questions on my wall as well, and we'll continue to discuss.
Yes, okay. Now my partner will write this question because
go ahead
the connection.
Yeah.
Just a moment.
It's tough. We're going to figure. We've started sending out information before people log in about how to test their connections, and I have a solution that is arriving.
Yeah, sure. It will
to
be
fix
better.
my end of the problem as well. So we'll work it out. Continue with the discussion in the chat and use my wall as a platform as well. Thanks so much, Vladimir.
Thank you. Bye. Take care.
All right. So we're learning that AT&T does not like us in the afternoon in San Francisco. And one more reason why we'll be doing this in a slightly different way going forward. But thank you again for your patience. We're going to work it out. And everyone seems to be doing just fine with the slowness and the clunkiness. So do we have now still with us CookMood? Can we try that one again? I know this is a bit painful today, everyone. So I definitely appreciate you hanging in there and sticking with us. We're going to try now CookMood one more time. Let's hope we can hear. It's inviting. It's connecting. It's all good signs. Hello.
Hey.
Oh, we can hear you. Tremendous.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you now.
Great.
Amazing. Very good. And I'm so happy that you're able to connect because I'm really excited about what you're doing. So please enlighten the rest of our viewers about CookMood.
Okay, so CookMood is a live streaming platform for cooking classes. Think about Google Help for Cooking, where everybody can tell what everybody is cooking. Basically, we have everyone that knows how to cook to earn money by giving classes and sharing the knowledge live. So here we see some functionality also sometimes. The idea is that we want to get those passionate cooks and artisans from around the globe to share their passion and inspire us to cook more often at home. There's family recipes and me? Hello? Can you hear me now?
We can hear you. It's cutting out a little bit for me. Can others hear? Okay. Can people hear me?
Okay.
Okay. They're saying that it's that they can hear me, but it's pretty choppy for you. And my connection's really bad, so I don't know what that means for your connection.
My connection is actually good. I don't know why is that.
I have no idea. We're learning. Okay, so that's okay. Try again. Say that last bit again. You're better now.
Okay, okay, so we have this platform. We launched in last December. We already have 1,500 students right now and 55 teachers, from home cooks to celebrity chefs. We have 5 MasterChef, the TV show MasterChef participants giving classes every 2 weeks, and people from around the globe. We have people from Brazil, where I am right now, Spain, Italy, Peru, Uruguay, and United States. This online education market is a $50 billion market just in United States, and $107 billion market in worldwide. So the teacher sets the price of his class. We take a commission on that. We record every class, and also we are going to build a large library of cooking classes and make it available for subscribers in the near future.
Great. So how much does it cost for a student to take a class?
Today, as we are in beta, it's free, but we are talking to all the teachers that are joining the platform, and they are willing to charge from $5 to $10. Home and the more experienced teacher to charge up to $50. Did you hear?
Go ahead and type out the amount. It sounds like it starts at about $5 per class, but you're allowing the teachers to set their prices. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Great. Part of that I heard you, and part of that I remember from what you told me before. So wonderful. And you can also put that in the comment stream as well as people are asking questions. So you have 1,500 students, 55 teachers so far. How did they find out about it? Are you doing any marketing? That's pretty good for 3 months, just right out of the gate here.
We have some partners. We have some French chefs. They are bringing people over. They are loving the platform. They're giving classes all the time. The students that participate on video are returning every other class, and people are just spreading the word.
Great. And how do the students find out about, so you're doing your own platform. You're not using YouNow or some other platform. And we're interested now in knowing how you're overcoming these glitches, one. And two, also, how the students find out when there's a new class coming up. Are you doing push notifications, or do they just have a set schedule? How do they find out?
Yeah, we have Facebook, Instagram. We also ask the teachers to share their classes in their social media. We are sending newsletters to all the students every week, so it's easy to find new classes. Also, we have some partners. We are partnering up with cooking schools, where we can either get students and teachers. Mainly, we have some vloggers that are spreading the word also and giving classes. So it's people are get attention of them and follow them. Start to follow us out. Natalie just asked, "What is my background?" I'm an engineer. My background is not in food, but I love food. Actually, I worked in the food for a while. Where we're chefs. The chefs are bringing the students also. Asked. Mainly teachers, they have a following and they spread or they advertise for them. And also, just advertise, even advertise their events also, new users. The chefs, they do some of them, they use Periscope to give classes. Some are YouTubers. They're used to the cameras. But the difference is that you have, as here in YouNow, the students interact with the teacher. So the teacher needs to be more, listen a little bit more than just talk. Give real-time feedback, so it's pretty interactive and fun.
Yeah, I got to see a demo, and it's in some ways similar to a Hangout, but with some special features that make it more conducive for this type of broadcast, as well as a limit on the number of students. And so it is very interactive, and they can communicate back and forth, which is something that I thought was very cool. The other thing that that is interesting and related to the question that Lawrence had about who the chefs are and their following, you're really opening it up to anyone who has cooking skills to make money by teaching these classes, which is
Perfect.
goes to all of the movement we're seeing in the shared economy. Of the 55 chefs that you have, you mentioned that there's a range, and you've got some professionals. But how many of them are just home chefs that have decided to hold classes?
We have about 5 home chefs that we invited. Right now, we're in the beginning, we're testing everything. We're inviting the chefs. People like the general public that want to give classes, they can apply to give classes, and then we will select the teachers. So right now, like we have five teachers, 5 home cooks giving classes. One of them it's very interesting because she advertised a lot for her coworkers and friends and family, and her class was fully booked. Like the only class that was fully booked was from a home cook, which was very, very interesting.
Nice. So it is about getting the word out and relying on them to use their own connections in their social media to bring them, especially in the cases. So that as you scale, I see the value in vetting the chefs and making sure they're high quality. But as you scale and you're focusing on revenue, that's a good piece, a data point. It's one data point, but it definitely tells you something about where the viewers may come from.
Yeah. Well, we have people from everywhere. Right now, we have more people from Russia than Latin America, excluding Brazil for sure. So it's like we're using Google, Facebook ads, Google ads to advertise. Also, we're making partnerships with these schools from around the globe. So. University of Chile, the ICT in New York, the CIA, Food Business School in California. We are trying to get all those entities to our platform.
Great. And last question, and this is a question that everyone should be prepared to answer. It's regarding your unit economics, meaning how much does it cost to acquire a user? In your case, it's both a user and a teacher. And then what do you anticipate the revenue being, or the lifetime value of each of those users being?
I can't hear you.
It's okay. Go ahead when I drop you. Lawrence had a question about your unit economics, your metrics, and so I'm going to end on that, and you can answer in the chat stream. We'll give you a moment to think about it. Those are tough questions.
Jennifer, I can't hear you. It's very, very glitchy.
Okay, I'm gonna somebody type what I said, please.
It's very glitchy. I can. So I'm going to answer some questions. If you don't hear me, I can't hear you, Jen. Let's see here. Udemy and Creative Live as a competitor. I don't see them as a competitor. I see them as a market validation. People are using this kind of technology for to education markets in different ways. They are one way. Streaming one way, right? So you see usually like recorded videos, everything in CookMood is live. So it's very, very different business model from those other schools. Also live, they have some classes, but as well they don't have the interactive the interactivity that we have. They don't have the two-way video like Google Hangouts or like here. So they can be a competitor, but we don't see them as a competitor. We see them as part of the evolution. So like there are special allergy classes. We don't set the themes and the subjects of the classes. The teachers do that. So if our users require that, then we can spread the word and send to the teachers all the requirements and what the students want to know. They're going to start building the
All right. It looks like we're going to lose Lo because he's got to go to another meeting and we had some glitches and ran over. But I'm going to go ahead and drop you now. And we're going to wrap this up. I'm sorry that we won't have the opportunity to bring Lo back on for closing remarks, but we will ask that he join us in the discussions on my wall, and we will fix these connection issues. I've got a solution for mine. I'm actually going to hold off on the announcement because I have no idea how many people can hear me. And our next broadcast will be Tuesday at 8 p.m., and we will do better our connections. Hopefully others will have an opportunity to test their connections as well. But thank you again, everyone, for watching and for commenting and to lending your support. And we will see you on Tuesday evening. Take care.